This isn't my house. Written by Treg388. Read by No One and Nobody. Chapter 7. This was my closet. The man strolled happily through his home, opening doors, peeking inside, then closing them again. He was only 2 days from the all-clear, and so far it seemed like he would finally be free. At last, no more lugging a heavy bag with him everywhere. No more worrying about smashing his shin in the middle of the night because a room had switched and given him a coffee table. No more unnecessary strains on his bank account. Finally, things would be normal again. With some pep in his step, the man moved down the main hallway, stopping to back up shortly after he passed by an open closet door. The closet in question was still his own, so that was a good sign. What caused him to back up, however, was the large pile of animals stacked up inside it, like some sort of living Jenga game. With a sigh, the man stepped into the closet to break up whatever it was that was going on exactly. As he bent over to disperse the pile of animals, something happened. The door shut itself. The man immediately straightened and spun himself around, trying to open the door back up. It wouldn't budge. His gut began to sink as a familiar sensation took hold of him. The sensation that one of his rooms was no longer his. Releasing his breath in the manner of someone who had admitted defeat, the man turned back to the interior of the closet to pick out his best hat and his best coat. If he was going to be part of the swap, he would at least be presentable. A mint green unicorn rolled her eyes under her white and teal mane for the 5th time in a row. She looked over her back to assure her mare friend that they still had plenty of time to get to the party, and that her stopping to get her winter saddle from the closet would not somehow make them late. The cream-coated pony, who sported a blue and pink mane she was addressing, simply huffed and stood next to the open front door, tapping a hoof impatiently. The unicorn just smirked and lit up her horn to open the closet. The unicorn was quickly engulfed in a tidal wave of fur and feathers that washed over her and out into the streets of the town. The cream pony was utterly flabbergasted at the sight of her mare friend being the victim of a spontaneous stampede originating in their closet, but was still capable of rushing forward to see if she was all right. It only took a moment for the mare to realize that not all the animals had left the closet. The man towered over the 2 mares without even trying, his brain slowly taking in what it was seeing before directing his gaze upwards towards the open door. He should try to get a look at where he's wound up. He stepped over the unicorn and past the stunned-from-shock mare, only to pause in the doorway to look over his shoulder and mutter out words in much the same way a mountain might try to whisper to a butterfly, "Sorry for the inconvenience." The man stepped out into the street and took in his new surroundings. Pastel-colored ponies, pegasi, and unicorns were absolutely everywhere, each one stopping in their usual routine to look towards the strange biped that had shown up in their town. The man couldn't help but let out a small chuckle as he steered his eyes up to the sky.
Well, this isn't my house.